Okay, that one is recording. So welcome. My name is Yannick Borghmans. I'm from Belgium. I live somewhere near Antwerp, in Beerse, near Turnhout.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about developing SharePoint Framework solutions, what to do next, and how to install it by code. So yeah, the deployment part of SharePoint Framework and the automation part with the application lifecycle management API. So again, I'm Yannick Borghmans. I'm SharePoint and Office 365 technical lead, working at Vendigrade. It's a Belgian company. You can find me on my website, yannickborghmans.com. I do sometimes write a blog post.
Okay.
I have a Twitter account, LinkedIn, so you can ask me any questions after the session by Twitter or by LinkedIn. My main focus is SharePoint Online, SharePoint Framework. I have a big customer where we are working, I think, with 4 or 5 developers already 1 year for a SharePoint Framework solution, so it's really, really big. And also Azure stuff, web jobs, functions, been there, done that. And now I'm speaking since 2 years, I think, doing speaking conferences. Last week I was in Paris. In September I have to go to Monaco, so.
Your family doesn't see you often.
Well, during the week sometimes.
But you're offering as well of consulting services for companies as well.
Yeah. So I'm working. I'm a technical lead, meaning that I do have some time for my own, doing management stuff like and things like that, but also doing consultancy.
Okay.
So 3 or 4 times in the week I'm doing that consultancy for that one big customer. But the rest of the time I'm teaching colleagues the new stuff with SharePoint Online, for example, and preparing other things like webinars for our company. So.
And
You can enter if you want.
No, I think that there was the SharePoint in Touch session is not here, I guess.
Which one? So this is SharePoint Framework?
No, this is not there.
Okay.
Thank you.
He doesn't know what's he going to lose. So.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you to our sponsors. Have you visited the booths?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
You have no choice.
To be in the drawing for the raffle. So okay. Thank you to the sponsors. So the agenda. First of all, I'm going to explain a little bit about deployment itself, how to package, how to bundle everything in SharePoint Framework. Next, I'm going to explain where to host it, because yeah, you have written some code, you have to host it somewhere, you have to place it somewhere. You can do it in SharePoint, you can do it in Azure, in the app catalog. I'll explain that to you. And then the application lifecycle management API, the most important thing, let's say. So first of all, building SharePoint Framework solutions. How does it work, developing a SharePoint Framework solution and to deploy it? First of all, you need to install SharePoint Generator with the Yeoman generator. Then you say, yo, SharePoint, create me a new project. You fill everything in by configuration, and then you can start building, developing your solution, your web part. Next, for testing purposes, you can use Google Observe. You can get a local workbench or get an online workbench. Next, you will test it in your user acceptance testing environment or pre-production. And if it's shippable, if it's ready or not, you can decide, again, building it or fixing it, or you can ship it towards your environment by packaging, deploying. First of all, package solution, then you can deploy it to Azure, an Azure storage account, an Azure CDN, and you have to manually upload the app package, the SPFx file, to the app catalog of SharePoint. And then it's available in both SharePoint Framework, both classic as in modern pages.
Mm-hmm.
So how to package your web part? Bundle and package solution.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 commands are the main basic things, and you have to use a ship parameter to minify everything and to create everything for you and copies all the web part assets. Bundling means building, localizing everything. So transpiling React and TypeScript code to Java, plain JavaScript code. Localizing, if you're using multiple languages, for each language there will be a resource file, strings file. A package solution will package everything into one specific file, the SPFx, the app package, let's say. Then you have your JavaScript files, the JSON source file you have first, And then the JavaScript files is a minified version of your code, plain JavaScript, and also the localized strings, and they are located in the temp folder, temp deploy. Here you can see the JSON file, it's sort of manifest. The strings file, just 1 kilobyte big, just a small file with the resources in it, and then your actual code, 11 kilobytes.
Yeah.
Minified. So that's in the temp deploy folder, and then you have also the SharePoint solution folder, and there's the app package itself.
Yeah.
So the app package you have to upload to the app catalog, and the other files you have to upload somewhere. You have to host your files, you have to put those files somewhere in a specific location, SharePoint, Azure, app catalog.
Yeah.
We will explain that.
Yeah.
Uploading that package to the app catalog, and then you can install it on your site, relay solution installing, and installing the web part on a specific page if you want to. So that was the basic things of deploying. Updating solutions, also an important thing. Simply upgrade the version. So you have already built something, deployed it, and now you're having a newer version available that updated some things. Simply update the version +1, or if you're having specific version numbering, you can do that there.
Yeah.
And again, you have to first go clean, to clean everything up.
I didn't do that before, and I had problems.
Yeah, simply go clean. It will solve everything. It's optional, it's not required, but you can have sometimes some problems.
I didn't know.
Yeah. And then you again go bundle, package solution, upload your package to the app catalog, and then uploading the static asset files. Maybe you also saw this one.
Yeah.
It says on your SharePoint site, so never done SharePoint Framework?
I am learning.
Okay, yeah.
So you're starting now, no? So,
I just started a course from the Clientside de Madrid on programming with. This particular course is mostly based on relational databases and Java, but well, the more you learn, right?
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, maybe you don't understand.
I'm mostly here because my husband wanted to be here.
Okay.
In this case.
Yeah. Okay, no problem then. Yeah, you saw it already.
I saw.
There's no need to click that button.
No?
No.
I didn't know.
What actually happens is, if you upload your file to that catalog,
Yeah.
it immediately overwrites everything. Your
Okay.
your manifest file, your static assets file, everything is overwritten, and all your SharePoint sites are you already immediately using the newer version.
The new resources, yeah.
Yeah. We had a case with Microsoft for this one, because we were thinking, we can have multiple versions of our SharePoint Framework solution, of our web part on our site, so we can have a testing site, and we have a live site, let's say.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't working.
Yeah.
To do that, you have to create 2 separate solutions, 2 separate web parts.
Separate places.
Yeah, or indeed separate tenants.
I understand.
So the deploy possibilities. First, the simple thing, which was also the default one 1 year or 2 years ago with SharePoint Framework, was document library. So you package everything, and you have to upload your files to the document library and to the app catalog. 1 year ago, I think, or 1 year and a half, there was a client-side asset story. It's now the most default thing. If you now do Microsoft / SharePoint, that setting is already on true. On true. So I'll explain that one. Then you have Azure, where you have a storage account and a CDN, and you have Office 365 CDN, which is good if you're using the SharePoint part, because you're enabling CDN for SharePoint.
Exactly. That I've been doing those three things. Okay. So, but in this case,
document library or client-side assets?
But it's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're using document library?
Yeah, document library, Azure CDN and Office CDN, the three parts.
Okay.
Yeah,
so then we can see what's good and where the best practices are.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing for deploying, let's say the tenant deploy, that's also now a property you can set up in the Yeoman generator.
Okay.
It's asking, do you want tenant deploy or not, or give the permission to the tenant administrator to deploy it immediately to all site connections.
Yeah, I understand that. So
what defines a hosting location? Where do we need to configure it? Inside the right manifest.json. So the default thing is path to CDN.
Yeah.
And otherwise you have to provide it somewhere. I did now my SharePoint site of my company, /sites, and then a specific site, a document library, and
Exactly.
a folder inside of it.
Exactly.
That's the only time you can use folders. No, just kidding.
I did that. I got that.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's this setup. So create a new document library, and then you can best create a folder for each solution you have, for each web part you have. So I got now the carousel web part, the footer extension, hello world, the weather web part. Just create for each solution a new folder. Yeah. Because of files itself, I can go back some slides, but yeah, there is some naming in it, but there's also a specific GUID.
Yeah.
So you don't really immediately know, oh, that file is for that web part,
Yeah.
or that solution. So with this, you can more easily see the differences between the files.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing you have to do is update the CDN base path inside the right manifest, and again, bundling, packaging, and then if you upload your app package to the app catalog, you can see immediately where you need to upload those files to. So if you then click deploy.
An interesting thing I saw recently, I discovered in fact, that you can have not only the tenant app catalog, but you can even utilize or enable the app catalog within a different site collection.
Yeah, you have site collection app catalogs indeed. You have the tenant app catalog
And
the site collection. Yeah, that you can also have. So then uploading those files to that location in your document library, and then the web part should normally work. So we'll do that first to show everything how it's working. Okay, so I have a simple SharePoint Framework. Let me just make it again the default thing from my preparations. So I forgot it. So okay. So first, go clean. Best thing to do.
I didn't know that. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, just 2 minutes or maybe less, but
yeah,
it can save some testing and
some catch problems.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. So on my SharePoint location, I have a specific document library. SPFx is now the name. I'll create a new folder, SPFx Madrid. So I will copy paste this thing, this URL to the right manifest, because there's where we need to define the hosting location of our site.
One question, before doing that,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, I think you need to enable the path in the CDN, so with the PowerShell command.
Yeah, but now we're not using CDN for this time.
Okay.
It does it sets path to CDN, but it's just a location.
Good. So it's a different thing.
Okay. But this is nothing to do actually with CDN.
Okay.
It's just a location of your.
Understood.
So hopefully this will work if I go to there. Yeah. Okay.
Understood.
So, good guys, this is false. Let me do then dual bundle ship.
Okay.
Build package. So behind the scenes, it will, in the temp deploy folder, you have the files, so you can see over here the part.
Okay.
Strings file, just simple things. You can see the minified code. I got somewhere, I think, Madrid. The zero last time. So, yeah. Doesn't welcome maybe. Yeah, you can see it's a real code. It's just plain JavaScript minified, but that's the code of my web part. And inside the SharePoint folder, there normally should be SPFx file. So that's the app package you need to upload. So inside my app catalog, simply uploading it. You got the previous one already, but replacing it now. And there it says where you need to upload your files to.
The resources are there.
Yeah. So deploy. You also need to check in your file. That's also a thing you can forget easily.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me see. And now I not yet uploaded the files, the JavaScript files, so it now says something went wrong. And if you go to the arrow, it says failed to load the URL. So there are no files now available. So I need to go to the folder and upload everything from the temp.
Yeah.
Uploading. And tada, it works.
Wonderful.
So that's the most default setup we have.
Yeah.
Uploading files to the app catalog and uploading files to
the
document library. Default.
I thought that I had to enable the folder as a CDN.
You don't have to.
I don't know why, but
You don't have to.
I did that in the past, thinking that it was
Yeah. No.
No.
It says
It's
there.
clear, it's clear.
Yeah, no. I will want you to go further because it says there indeed you need to enable CDN.
Yeah.
I will show you how to do it. I will also show you about Azure CDN. Hi, welcome.
Welcome back.
Want to be in two places at the same time?
Okay. No, you're welcome. So, I will do my session all over again. No, my name is Yannick Borghmans. I'm from Belgium, so
Yeah.
we already spoke Dutch.
my Belgian wife.
So, I just show how to deploy a default SharePoint Framework solution to a document library. So, on the first hand side, we have our app package we need to upload to the app catalog, and then our plain JavaScript files we need to upload to the document library.
Okay.
So that's the most default setup we had. And I was saying with the Azure CDN, because I will show you Azure CDN and Office 365 CDN, but actually everything gets cached by your browser, so it doesn't matter. It's just for the first time, some milliseconds faster, but
I understand.
yeah, you can do it, but you have to think about the performance.
Yeah.
So Clientside Assets was something new. It was introduced in SharePoint Framework version 1.4, so now we are already at 1.8, and we are going to 1.9, I think, in a couple of weeks, months.
Yeah.
And it includes everything of the client-side assets, so the plain JavaScript files, the manifest file, the localized strings. It will package everything inside the app package. What to do? Simply go to the package solution.json file, include client-side assets, and you need to set it on true.
Okay.
With the previous SharePoint Framework generators of Yeoman, you have to type it yourself, include client-side assets, set it to true. Now it's default already in there and already on true.
On two?
On true, indeed.
Okay, two.
Then we have the CDN base part, which we had to pointing to SharePoint document library SharePoint. Go back to the default thing, part to CDN. That's the only thing you have to do. And if you then package bundle package with gulp and upload it, you can see over here is SharePoint Online instead of the document library. So that is the location you always can see where to upload things to.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. So I'll show you. First, I will remove everything. from the document library. So normally caching, you can see it's not working anymore. So you can see things are
moving. Yeah.
So now I will go inside the package solution, set this one to true, update my version, and in the white manifest I need to delete this one and set it back to the default setting of path to CDN. And then the first thing we need to do, go
clean.
Clean, yeah, indeed.
Really good.
Bundle package.
No, they have done an excellent job, Microsoft, in this new way to move the front end development.
Yeah, indeed. The modern things are good, but maybe they released it too soon. We had a lot of problems with customers saying, "Oh no, I don't want to move to modern," and that's the first experience with modern pages, which is bad in them.
Yeah.
So the move later on to the modern is more difficult. But yeah.
People easily think if it works, why change it? I know how this works.
Yeah.
Now I have to learn how the new stuff works again.
Yeah, indeed. So it was a difficult thing, but
Can't stop progress.
so I forgot to mention it. My previous version of this package was 11 kilobytes, and now it's 14 kilobytes. That's because everything, the JavaScript files, are now inside that file. So simply upload it, and if everything is good, it will say it's in SharePoint Online.
But again, if I'm not wrong, you need to say in a PowerShell command that you need to have to say that your tenant is CDN enabled.
Yeah, but I will come to that just in a couple of slides.
Okay.
So that's just
Another
something
different-
really different from SharePoint Framework.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's really apart.
I understand.
Okay, again, check in. And now, normally, Control F5,
Good.
it does work again. And we don't have any files inside the document library, so they are gone. So they're now hosted somewhere else. Where?
Exactly.
You can go to that folder. So on the app catalog, you can go to Clientside Assets. You can't see it inside site contents, but it's a hidden document library by Microsoft.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So there's everything located.
Okay.
So yeah.
The picture.
Wait, I will zoom in. Sorry, I will zoom in for you so you can see Clientside Assets.
Absolutely. It's amazing. I didn't know.
That's secret
easy.
knowledge only to
Yeah.
be gained through going to these
I'm
talks.
learning many interesting things.
So yeah, now it's difficult to know which folder it is, but
Is there? Yeah.
let me check. Yeah, it's okay.
Exactly.
We are lucky it was the first one, but there are just simply the files there.
Are moving.
Yeah. So your code. So this one, 11 kilobytes, is your plain JavaScript code. The web part strings and some other files.
So in summary, those files, those resources are stored in a hidden library within the app catalog set collection.
Yeah.
And in case I'm using the other mechanism, which is enabling site catalog in a site collection, I understand that this
Each
new site
site
collection will have
Yeah.
a hidden library
Yeah.
called client
Indeed.
assets.
Yeah, indeed.
Understood.
So for me, this solution with Clientside Assets is most best one, is most useful.
Yeah.
Because Otherwise, you have to upload your files manually to somewhere. And now, it's just simply uploading the app package to the location. So, so yeah, Azure CDN. It's also a demo. So, if you want to, if your organization is really global over all the world, let's say, then maybe an Azure CDN can become in handy.
You think it's worth the migration to the Azure CDN?
You don't have to, but when your organization is in Australia, United States,
you're going to leverage the CDN mechanism to
indeed.
Your close geographic.
Your files are then duplicated or replicated towards the whole world, let's say. So how to do that?
Okay.
So I got normally here on Azure a storage account
in a block,
and a block with 3 files. I will delete those files. So I do have a storage account. In the storage account you have access keys. First you have the storage account name and the keys. This information you need to use inside another configuration file of SharePoint Framework. So if you go to deploy Azure storage.json,
you need to put it here.
You need to provide, these things are default, but you need to provide the account, container name and the access key. So for me now the account and the container name are the same, and the access key is a property inside Azure itself. So if you provide these things, then you need to execute Gulp deploy Azure storage.
But somehow this is a little risky, because somehow those keys are exposed within the package in a hidden library, but it's there, that information, isn't it? Or not?
No. These settings are only used for the command Gulp deploy Azure storage.
Okay.
But first I need to update my version number, include Clientside Assets to false. Okay, I will first Gulp clean. And I also need to provide a CDN based on. I need to say to my manifest, my SharePoint that it's everything is stored inside of Azure. Where to find that information? Also in Azure, go to the blob. And then you can say container properties, and there's a location where everything will be stored inside of Azure. So this is just the pointer for your SharePoint Framework solution to say where the files needs to be loaded from. So Gulp bundle.
I think this is brilliant. Absolutely. This is the way they are doing these deployment things.
Yeah, you have a lot of options, and for each situation you can go this way or this way. So I don't know the timing until which.
The timing is until
12 minutes.
Okay, then I will have to go faster.
12 minutes until like that.
Yeah. So we have the command Gulp deploy Azure storage, which will do everything for you. You can see it. It's still warming up. Come on. Yeah. It's creating everything and it's uploading immediately files from the directory, then deploy towards your container on Azure.
Yeah.
So it's uploading the web part file, the string file, and the manifest in JSON.
Okay.
And it says you can access the files at that specific location, but we already filled it in inside of the right manifest.
Okay.
So if you now upload again the app package, you can see now it's 10 kilobytes instead of 14, so the output files aren't there anymore. Then go to the app catalog. Yeah, I'll go in the faster pace because otherwise we'll be running out of time. And now you can also see
the new address,
the new location. Check in. And you can also see, maybe it's visible,
Yeah.
that the files are loaded from our Azure location. So that's actually also everything you need to do.
Yeah.
So not that much, but you need to know how to do it.
Automatically.
Yeah, indeed. So then indeed we have another thing, Office 365 CDN. Yes. So what will it do? It will upload all those files. You need to first enable it by using PowerShell. A tenant administrator has to do it. And then you have to provide or to say with the PowerShell, this location, this specific document library, this specific folder needs to be CDN enabled.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will upload every assets from that library, from that folder to the CDN. So it will be exposed from the CDN. And then if you're hitting the SharePoint page, you will automatically go to the CDN to get those files from.
Okay.
So yeah, how to do it? First of all, you're getting connected to SharePoint Online. And then you have to, you can do get to first see if your tenant is already enabled or not. But then you can set SharePoint Online tenant CDN enabled for, you have two CDN types, public and private. You also have other configurations or properties available. You can say these specific files needs to be enabled or needs to be blocked from the CDN. We now had a problem. Some tenant administrator disabled JavaScript files from the CDN.
Wow.
And we are uploading everything to the CDN for a SharePoint Framework, so nothing was
Nothing
working.
worked.
Luckily it was acceptance. It was not production, but yeah.
So it was a nightmare.
We had a nice talk with that guy. Yeah. So what to do else? For example, with the Clientside Assets library, we did that also. So we're using the Clientside Assets, everything in the app package.
Mm-hmm.
You can then enable that specific location.
Okay,
So
understand.
the Client-side assets, now I would say
Yeah.
side assets, but Client-side assets, if you enable it, everything from your app package will then be enabled or uploaded to the CDN.
Okay, understand.
So then you're both leveraging the possibilities of client-side assets, so it's everything in the app package,
Mm-hmm.
so one simple upload, and you're using the possibilities of the capabilities of a CDN. If you want to, you can also then set the location of the public CDN in your CDN base path, but it's not necessary anymore. There is something like URL rewriting,
Mhm.
so if your SharePoint page or your SharePoint environment knows when you're using a specific asset file, a specific JavaScript file, that the CDN enablement will immediately rewrite your URL to the CDN location.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't show it to you. Next thing is tenant deploy. That's a thing with the new generator. You get the option to set it to yes or no. What will it do? It will set this property inside the package solution skip feature deployment to yes or to true, to false or true. Sorry, and it will make this thing possible.
For all.
If you check this one, then when uploading the app package to the app catalog, your solution will be immediately installed on all sites in your environment. Installed. Which is a good thing if you want to, because then your end users don't need to install it anymore, don't need to go to app, add a new app. They can immediately use the web part on their pages. That's why. Then the last thing, SharePoint Application Lifecycle Management API. So with the app catalog, what can we do? We can add a new thing, uploading things. We can then deploy it, retrack it, and remove it from the app catalog. And on site collection, we can install things, uninstall things from our site. And if we want to, we can upgrade it, but it's not necessary. It's more for the app models, things. Microsoft provided for those actions, uploading, installing, retracting an endpoint, or a new REST API for your sites itself. So for the sites where you want to use it, you can get all the available apps. You can get this one specific app, and then again you can install it, upgrade it, and uninstall it. On app catalog level, we can add new things, deploy it, retract it, and remove it. Those are the plain
But
REST API.
Is this new or
It's released 1 year ago.
yeah, I didn't know.
So those are plain now. REST APIs. They're also from the PNP community. CSOM variant available and a PowerShell. So, but I will show you how to do it.
Yeah.
So I got a .NET application, just a console app. Yes.
So you can have automated everything once you
Yeah,
launch all
indeed.
your task.
Yeah.
Immediately after you can. Yeah.
My first demo is the plain, using the plain REST API. So nothing about PNP.
Yeah.
So what we do, just reading out my site URL, my username and my password, creating a new client context with SharePoint.
This is CSOM.
This is CSOM indeed.
Okay.
So it's readable. Yeah. Yeah, creating the new HTTP client handler. Then, yeah, first time getting our context of SharePoint, and then we are building up a plain or a simple HTTP request.
Okay.
So setting the cookies, authentication cookie. We are getting the request digest from SharePoint. Just simple headers. If we then go and execute the call, API web tenant app catalog available apps.
Yeah.
So we now want to retrieve all available apps in our tenant.
Okay.
Then we'll get this result back. Quick watch.
Wonderful.
We'll open the last one. And there you can see this is my SharePoint Framework solution, SPFx Madrid client-side solution. The installed version on my site is 1.0, but in the app catalog there's also a newer version available. But yeah, you don't have to deploy it if you don't want to. There's a specific ID, and with this ID you can then upgrade it, uninstall it, and stuff like that.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's also having other things, can upgrade current version deployed, and stuff like that. So but that was the more difficult thing with simple with the HTTP client. Also have the same thing, but then with PNP.
PNP.
And you will see it's less code.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just simply creating a context, client context,
Yeah.
and then you're using the app manager, which is a thing from PNP, and providing the context when you're creating a new object. And then you can go and do app manager.getAvailable.
Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
And you can see it's the same,
Yeah.
just the same, with 10 lines of code. So what else can we do? I will just show it.
Yeah.
If you indeed want to do some automatic things, we are using it inside of our VSTS with DevOps, automated building and stuff like that.
So you can use this to.
This you provide a path to it, app manager.add the file of that path, so you're just reading out all the bytes of that specific file, the app package, and you're adding it to the app catalog.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to do to add a new file, to add a new solution to your app catalog.
Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Then if you want to install it on a specific SharePoint site, just go to the SharePoint site, you say get all available apps,
Okay.
where the title is to, it's now my example from
Paris.
last week in Paris, but you just get that application,
Okay.
that solution, and you say app manager, install it.
Absolutely.
That's all. So there are really a lot of possibilities with it, and really, really easy to implement. And then the last thing is, I created a larger demo, let's say, where I looked over every site I have in my tenant, every sub-site, and I'm getting the information which apps are installed. And then I'm writing it back to a SharePoint list, so I can do some logging and see which users are using which application on which sites. So that you can also do for reporting possibilities.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, if I run this code, it takes a couple of minutes, but it will result in this list. normally. This thing? No. Install apps. So the site name,
Brilliant.
so our intranet location,
Yeah.
it does have the application Content Delivery Network Manager. It does have Skybo Witch Forms, Skybo Ident Foundation and stuff like that.
Absolutely, really good, really good.
And you don't have to write not that much code, so
Yeah.
you still have to write code, but not that much. So yeah,
Absolutely perfect.
that was actually all my session.
And exactly inside of the time.
Yeah, so perfect.
The code will be available somehow.
Yeah, I will upload it then.
Because-
You can go to my website. I will upload there my slides and my code.
Yeah. Where is your website? Yeah, and let me take a photo of the